Alright, today we are going to be working on an ink and wash watercolor. And so I'm really excited. I've been reading a lot of books that we now have available on the Kentucky Libraries Unbound for you using your Overdrive, Libby app, or even the web. Just check out cc-pl.org and our digital branch. So what we'll start with today is I'm going to actually start with my sketch pencil, and I'm just going to kind of sketch in a design for us to work on today. So I'm just going to make a nice little circle here. You don't have to be a good sketch artist. You could try to copy over something you've seen in maybe a coloring book, or you could maybe even just use watercolors directly onto your coloring book. It's just whatever you want to try to do. We're just going to sketch out some nature designs, something fun for you to try. You don't have to be an expert sketch artist to enjoy watercolor. Nature's not perfect, and neither are we, so just have fun with it. I also shared on the event link and page a nice little way to make watercolors at home using baking soda, water, and food coloring. So even if you don't have a watercolor palette at home, you can still enjoy this art form. So I hope we'll have lots of new artists during this time. And I'm just sketching out something fun for me to paint right now. You can do whatever you want, and then I will be tracing this back out with some ink. So just feel free to do whatever you feel like. Nothing specific. You can see I'm not the best sketcher. I don't have an immense drawing talent, but it's just for fun today. So I'll draw in another little fern coming from this side. Just enjoy the process. It's not perfect, but it's kind of fun, right? Right? We'll see what it looks like. And now I am going to take my pen and just go over what I've drawn in ink. Before we get started, you can see right here, I did test out my ink with some water on my paintbrush before I decided what pen I was going to use, just to make sure the ink wouldn't run. We don't want that in our picture. And I'm just going to have some fun today. Doesn't have to be perfect. Artists, real artists, of course we all are real artists if we try, right? Use the ink and wash method when they're out in nature and want to sketch and paint something really quickly, which can be really fun. I think they call that style plein air. That's really cool, right? Learning new words today. And so maybe you can take this outdoors. Maybe you can take a sketch pad and some paints out on your back patio or balcony, and see what you see, and maybe add some color to it really fast. It's not perfect, but it works, right? All right, so here I have just a regular medium-sized round brush. I am using some tube watercolors today. If you are using tube, try not to put a lot of paint in your tray so you don't waste it. It goes a long way. I also have a color pad here that I'll be pulling off of. So either one works. None is better than the other when we're all beginners. I've also made a color swatch. I've played with my colors a little bit beforehand, so I know what kind of colors I can get by going straight from the color to the page and then adding water to get different shades, or even adding different colors to improve my shades. I also have clean water in my blue cup, and I have more water in this red cup. This red cup is going to be where I wash my brush off with and kind of dilute the pigments in, and then the blue one is for picking up before I pick up a new color, to make sure my brush is always picking up clean water and I'm not muddying up my colors. All right, let's get started. I am going to grab some water here, and let's start with some yellow, right? Nice, pretty yellow here. And I'm going to just go for these petals on my flower. Maybe, kind of make it look like a little daisy or sunflower. You do have to work quickly when you're working from wet onto dry. That means I didn't wet the paper page any before I went for it, because watercolors do dry quickly, and so if you want to get that perfect shade without having to do some layering, you can just go straight in there. Work quickly. If you do want to do some layering, which we can work on in a later video, right now we're just going to have fun putting color on the page with some ink. You can add lots of layers, work lightest to darkest after the colors have dried. And get some more water, pick up out of my dirty here. Make sure you keep your brush wet while you're working. And you can, if you think you have too much pigment, you can always just bring it across the side of the cup a little bit while you're working. Alright, let's see here. Got some more yellow. And keep working on my petals. Keep that pretty yellow color. So I work across these petals here. I really enjoy watercolor. It's one of the first painting methods I really tried to learn on my own. So you can learn it from home. We have lots of books and resources. The one that I'm kind of working off of an idea of from today is Watercolor with Me in the Forest by Dana Fox. That one is available in our ebook library, so do look for that one for maybe some more forest themed projects. And we'll talk about more as we go along over the next few weeks doing some online programming. Let's see here, I want some yellow leaves on my ferns too. Let's pick a couple of these to make yellow. Just see what we can come up with today. A little bit too much water. Here we go. I'll get a slightly nicer color here. Just gonna be a little bit more transparent, a little bit more water on my brush. Here we go. Smooth that one. Alright. Now we're gonna go in the red water and we're gonna wash that out. And I have some paper towel under here to protect my desk, but also to help me wash my brush off. And then I'm gonna go into the clean cup, and then we're gonna pick up some green. And I have 3 colors here. I'm using 2 shades of green and a shade of blue to kind of get the color that I want. So we're gonna see if we can get that color mixed up that I want here. a little, got a lot of pigment on my brush right now. Alright, let's see what we got. And then that's why I have my swatch page here. I'm keeping it here so I can test my colors before I hit the page. Yeah. That's a nice rich green, right? Yeah, that's a nice color. Like that. Okay. So let's just add some green to this page. Maybe some more on this fern. Let's do 4 on this fern and maybe 3 over there. Let's get some more color. Our brush foot. This nice big leaf down here. Green's a really good color for a fern. You can do whatever colors you want. You can do natural colors, or you can do something fun and whimsical. And don't worry about getting outside the lines. That's what the fun of ink and wash is about. There we go. Improve those colors. Alright, and then let's go over here and do a couple on this side. There we go. Nice green there. Oh, that one's a lot darker. That's nice. Mixing a little water to my brush. There we go. Okay. Nice green shade on that one. One more down here. And that's nice. Alright, I'm going to wash my brush off again. Got a lot of green on there, so let me take a minute. Okay. Let's go into the clean water and we're going to go in for some of this purple here. Make sure I have the color I want. Yeah. That's good. And maybe add just a touch of blue to it. Make it look a little less bright purpley. Okay, so let's just go in here and paint some of these leaves. Our last color that we will be working with today is a burnt sienna. It's the orangish color there on my swatch. And it is going to come off of my pad here. Here. Go. A little bit off the side. And then I'm going to make the center of my flowers this nice burnt orange color. I think that looks nice for flowers. one will take a while to dry. The last couple spots, and then we'll be done. And that was a fun, quick watercolor tutorial. Don't feel too stressed about trying it. Just go for it. We're all trying new things. All we have to stay at home, so why not try out some watercolors? Almost forgot that one. Alright, well, thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, check out some of our watercolor ebooks that we have available, and get out there and try some art. Thank you guys for joining me today.